What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Narakius over at Narakius Gaming, and today I got a special 1.3 Underground expansion news and information plus gameplay video for you guys. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Side note, I'd like to give a shout out to SkillUp. I'll leave his link in the description below. You guys head on over to his channel and show some love, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up and a like. Now let's get right into it. Okay, one of the first things that you'll be able to do, this table in the middle right here is your operations table. If you are the group leader, you will be able to approach the table and set up the mission for your group. Now, I believe every mission takes approximately around 15 minutes to 20 minutes to complete. So that's pretty good, right? The longer, the better. Now, if you look right here, as you can see, we have a list, all right? From my understanding, going into the mission, there are going to be something where it's something called like modifications. Now, a lot of people were basically referring it to, if you play Destiny, I have not played Destiny like that, but they were saying something about Destiny where I guess when you're doing the the incursions, we'll call it, right? There's a way you can modify it to make it more harder for yourself. Apparently, the harder you make the mission for yourself, the greater the reward. Same kind of mechanics that are going into the division. The harder you make the mission, the better the rewards would be for you at the end. Okay, one of the first modifications in the game is called Fog of War. Basically, what this does, it takes away your mini map, so therefore you're walking in there blind and you cannot see where you are going anymore. All right, so that kind of adds a little twist to the game, and it probably makes it harder for some of the players and probably not for other players. Like me myself, I don't think a mini map will be that helpful to me. Reason being because the pulse is like having a mini map just, you know, right there in your face. So I don't know too much difference about that. All right, the second modification that we have coming to the game, this is right here is going to be a game changer. All right, reason why I say that is because it's called waste. Now, the thing about waste that you need to understand is that you guys know when you're shooting your gun, and you guys have like 16 to 23 bullets left over before you reload, and that bullet, that 16 or that 13 bullets that you have, goes into your reserve. Well, now it's gone. So if you're shooting a clip, and let's say you have 24 of those bullets left in that clip, and you never finish that clip, and you reload to insert a new magazine, guess what? Those 24 bullets that you had in that previous magazine are gone. You do not get it back no more. So that is definitely going to be a game changer. Now, I'm not sure if you guys will still be able to do that little thing with the Lone Star, where you put the Lone Star on before you enter a mission, you load up on ammo, you take it off, go back to your regular gear set that you had on previously to give you that boost on ammo capacity. But waste looks like they're going towards that, where they're going to take that away. That's just my speculation. That's not something that's out there right now. That's just something that I'm banking on. That's what's about to happen, because why would they implement something like waste into the game? All right, now one of the next modifiers does not technically have a name, or I don't know the name. It's not out there yet. I've been searching for it, can't find really what it is, but basically what it is, when you use one skill, it puts your other skill on cooldown. So to kind of sum it up, to give you what I'm talking about, let's say you have your pulse and you have your flashbang. If you use your pulse, even though your flashbang was ready to be deployed, guess what? It's going to reset. It's going to put it on cooldown mode all over again. All right, so it's basically going as if you use both of your skills already. Like you went and popped your pulse, and then after that you hit a flashbang. So it's like you're losing 2 for 1, if that makes any kind of sense. All right, now last on the list, and one of the new modification is called Special Forces. Now this right here is also a game changer. Special Forces, what it does, it gives the AI your special abilities. And what I mean by your special abilities, I do not mean like your defensive. I mean it gives them like your incendiary rounds and your fire bullets. All right, so that means, guess what? The AIs are basically going to have everything we basically have except for the special abilities. So yes, they are going to be able to hit you with explosive rounds, and they're also going to be able to hit you with fire bullets. Okay, those are some of the modifications to make, I guess, if you want to call the new incursion or the underground expansion pack, however you want to call it, a lot more challenging. But they say the harder it is, the greater the loot, and that is something that I'm going to be willing to try out to see what's about. I mean, it is a game, you got to have fun with it, but it sounds like it's going to get really, really hard. All right, now there is one more modification that I forgot to mention, and this modification is called sickness. Now sickness is definitely crazy. Basically what sickness is that you're going to constantly need to heal yourself over and over and over and over again, because it's basically having a bleed effect and it never stops. All right, and the thing about this, well, you guys may say it doesn't sound too hard, but here's the thing, you guys forgot about the one that I'll tell you about, the one modification that has your skill cooldown. Right now, if you have that activated during this mission, plus you have the sickness going on, that could be a sticky ass situation, guys. All right, so that might be something we're gonna see and test the waters out and see how we maneuver and how we get around this. Okay, now something I wanted to touch on really quick is that to activate these particular missions and these particular underground missions that we're going to be doing, you're going to need intel. So it is the same amount of intel tokens that we use right now to do the high value targets. I bet basically these are going to be the same intel tokens we're going to use to do these high value missions, if you want to call it, right? So intel tokens are going to play a significant role in the division now. So I suppose you guys probably want to start getting down on those intel tokens. All right, now one thing what I want you guys to understand about this, these missions are going to be randomly generated. Okay, meaning that you would never do the same mission twice. Okay, that means they're going to be randomly missions and it's always going to be different. They're never going to be the same thing over and over and over and over again. All right, now another thing what you need to realize, that when you guys are at the train waiting to start the mission, if you start the mission without a group member, then that group member is left behind. You will need to exit the entire mission to go back and redo it again. This group member cannot fast travel or spawn in on you. They've taken that out the game. Looks like they're going a whole different route. All right, and also not to mention, your enemies are going to be random also. 1 minute it might be cleaners, then it might be like large flame bosses, then it might be the LMB, and it might be a mixture of everybody. Like, it's always going to be different enemies. So if you do something and you be like, oh, okay, I already know what's going to be, it's going to be purple enemies. It might not be that this time. It might be 34 purples or 34 yellows or 31 yellows and 34 purples. It's going to be a mixture. It's always going to be a mixture. It's never going to be the same. And also the objectives are also randomly generated also. So it might be kill a boss this time, rescue somebody in the mission, or plant the bomb here, defuse this. It's like basically the objective of the missions are never going to be the same exact objective of the mission. Like when you do the incursion or the Falcon Lost, or like some of the HVT missions, we all know when you do the HVT mission, you kill a boss. Falcon Lost, you have to plant the bomb on the APC, and the clear sky, basically you clear out all the bosses and then you kill the boss and clear out the waves, you get the glute. It's going to be different. It's always going to be different. It's never going to be the same thing. And that's kind of something I'm looking forward to. Now, you guys remember those crates that they used to have? Well, they used to, that they still have, not the DZ crates, the other looking crates. Those crates look like they're going to be a lot more useful now in game. All right, those crates are going to be holding a lot of new gear set items, so you guys don't want to ignore those crates anymore. Basically, the crates that I'm talking about, the ones that do not require a dark zone key to open, but you can find them in the dark zone at times also, and they usually drop you purples. But before the 1.2 and the 1.1 update, they used to drop you like a lot of blues. All right, so that's gonna be something new and something good that I'm looking forward to. So they're probably putting other ways that we can find all types of gear sets into the game. Okay, also looking at this video clip, you're gonna be seeing something in the game where they have like this pulse looking thing. Basically, it's like a large ass EMP that stops you from using any of your abilities. So you won't be able to heal yourself, you won't be able to use your special abilities or your pulse or any of your skills. So it's like the enemies they're actually gearing up the enemies, to my opinion, and the enemies are going to be well geared up this time coming around. So that's going to be something that's going to be different to the game also. Now, last and before we get up out of here, there was something else that I needed to cover before I forget. Okay, now it seems like they implemented something into the game that when the bosses, or I don't know if it's the AIs or exactly who drops it, but they're going to be dropping something like chests. not loot crates, chests. And these chests are actually going to be consuming some of the best gear in the game. Now, something you guys didn't know, I'm going to let you guys know now. They are going to upgrade the gear score. The max gear score right now is 228. And I believe we are going to go all the way up 268 maximum. That is right. We're going to be ranking up, baby. So now the level is 268. All right. So 228 is not the max right now. Well, it's the max right now, but when the new update comes out within a couple of more weeks or whatnot in a month for PS4 players, it's going to be 268. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. All right. Well, there you guys have it. Those are some of the new information that I got on the 1.3 underground expansion pack that is coming to PS4 August 2nd, PC and Xbox One June 28th. All right. You guys let me know in the bottom of the comments below. Let me know what are your thoughts about it and what else are you looking forward to it. Now, a lot of the stuff that came out was stuff that I got from the video clip myself. I will leave a link to the description below where I got all my information from, okay? So you guys can go check it out for yourself. Now, remember, some of this stuff is probably still in like pre-alpha mode and it's probably not set in stone, okay? So a lot of things may change when they let us know about the list like they did when the 1.2 was coming out. But for right now, this is all the information that we got, and this is what I'm letting you guys know. So like I always say, when I find out, you guys find out. You feel me? So make sure you leave a like on this video. I truly much appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And it's your boy, The Rockies, and I'm out. Peace!